Are we live?
Yeah.
We are live, ladies and
We're
gentlemen.
live.
Thank you so much for joining us at the PowerCast, Team Powerhouse, Eric Vazquez and Dave Lemel, live with you every Tuesday. We have two special guests here today to share with you. It is Daniel Lemel and Dylan Vazquez, also known as our sons, live on the show. A very special guest to have them both with us today. Very excited to have them both. We're going to be talking about real estate, college, and lots of things that kind of happen naturally as we're talking. So thank you so much for joining us. If you have not already, get on our YouTube channel. Go to Team Powerhouse Real Estate. Hit subscribe. Please do this. We can watch you. You can watch us every week, and we can watch you back. No, you can watch us every week. You watch the replay on Saturdays. Have a lot of fun with us. You can watch us on You can listen to us on Spotify. You can watch us on Instagram and Facebook
And TikTok.
And you can also catch us on Twitch. If you're a gamer out there, we'd love to hear from you. We love our gamers. All right, everybody, please and thank you so much for joining us here today. It is Friday.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. I'm losing it over here.
Tuesday,
Tuesday,
somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere. And we got Eric, Dylan, Daniel, and myself here live on the PowerCast.
Are we desperate for guests that we had our kids on today, or
It's
what's
like
going
we
on?
didn't know what to do. We decided to kind of throw something at everybody else that we weren't expecting, and they weren't expecting. So we'll start with a little real estate first.
Don't mess it up, guys.
First thing, let's talk about the market, because the real estate market is something you should know about and what's going on. So Eric and I pulled a little research on what's been happening since January 1. We are now at May 31st. We are now 5 months through the cycle of the 2022 real estate market. And many of you guys are wondering what's going on in the market since January. So here's what I can tell you. We pulled some statistics on New Haven County, Harford County, and Fairfield County, because most of us, you guys are watching, are in these counties here. We have a lot of people that are outside the state of Connecticut, and we have people internationally as well who are watching the show on a regular basis. But we want to talk about what's been going on in our local market. So something to share with you. Since January, the kind of properties have been on the market, people have been struggling with finding homes. Would you say, Eric?
Yes.
And it's been very tough for the buyers out there shopping. In January, in New Haven County, between January 1st and January 30th, there were 19 homes. By the way, all of New Haven County, 19 homes in the market. Insane. Imagine being a buyer in January looking for a house. You basically were not finding a home. With 19,000 agents, okay, and I don't know how many people in New Haven County altogether. We did the statistics last time. That's pretty insane. But in February, we had another 30 homes that came in the market. So we went from 19 to 30 into February. From January to February, we had 30 homes, 10 more homes. But in March, in New Haven County, we had an additional 60 homes came to the market in March. So we went from 19 to 30 to an additional 60 more homes on the market. In April, check this out. From March, we had 60 homes in the market came live. In April, in New Haven County, 124 homes came in the market. That is nothing, by the way. We're talking about New Haven County. There's like 30 towns plus in New Haven County. But in the month of May, we had 370 homes came to market in the month of May.
What
does
were
that
they
mean?
waiting for?
It's the spring market has hit the market in New Haven County. So 370 homes on the market in May, which is pretty crazy because it more than doubled for the month of March. I'm sorry, from April to May. So from 19 in January, February had 30, March had 60, April had 124, and in May we had 370 homes from the market. Guys, listen, that's nothing, New Haven County. Eric, we need homes.
Well, West Haven and Naugatuck seem to be I'm looking at the map right now, and of the active listings
Yes.
out there right now. Naugatuck and West Haven have what appears to be the surplus of
So,
houses.
I'm just curious, while you're breaking that up, how many homes came to the market in West Haven? What do you have for cert right now? How many homes in the market in West Haven?
I said I'm on the map.
On the map.
Map doesn't give me that info, folks.
We go to results. Hit the results section. Dum 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 dum. So while Eric's pulling that information out, right, I'm gonna just share with you something else. Harford County. If you're in Harford County, which a lot of you are, okay, in the month of January there were 18 homes in the market. That's one less than New Haven County. In the month of
44, Dave.
44 in West Haven?
44 houses available in West Haven.
That's
right
a
now.
lot of houses in West Haven. And that's, by the way, that's from 0 to like a gazillion.
Well, that's
Wh-
44 places, 32 houses, 12 condos.
Okay. So, and I'm just curious what the price range in West Haven is on these 30s, or, you know.
They range from.
And how many homes in these categories?
Is anybody prepared to give me a drum roll on this or no? Terrible.
That's a loud drum roll.
So the ranges are from 60K
60K.
to 649. That's not.
How many homes in the market in West Haven right now between, let's say, 200 and 300,000? I'm going to guess 4, maybe 5. That's a guess.
Below what? 400,000?
200 to 300. Actually,
200, 300?
let's say 10.
Um,
Not even. Forget about it. It's less
that's
than
about
10.
20.
Is there 20
It's
homes?
about 15, 20, yeah.
Guys, if you're looking at West Haven, this is a hot market right now. 20 homes for sale in all of West Haven. It's actually kind of scary to say that out loud. And then 300 to 400?
Throwing me curveballs over here. I'm doing all
On the
kinds of
mark,
stuff.
live with you guys over here. Just kind of throw some numbers out. Daniel and Dylan, the double D's. Oh, I like it. Double D's over here.
6 between 3 and 4.
That's not a lot, and that's a juicy price range.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So 4 to 5.
And some of them are like right on the water. Wow, this one's nice, $595.
Okay, so as Eric was talking about, so let's go back to Harford County. So in January you had 18 homes
Yeah.
for sale. In February you had 29 homes for sale. In March you had 53 homes. It's almost identical to New Haven County, slightly lower but very close. In April, 91 homes for sale in Harford County. And in the month of May, we have 313 homes that came to the market in Harford County. New Haven County, 370. Harford County, 313. That's pretty staggering.
4 beds, 2 bath, walk to the beach.
Yeah, 600K.
$595.
That's not a bad price. And by the way, West Haven has the longest stretch of properties on the water in all of Long Island Sound. Did you know that? Little statistic for you. And West Haven has the longest stretch of ability to have homes on the water in all of Long Island Sound.
Including the houses in Long Island?
That
Or were you just talking about Connecticut?
In
Okay.
Connecticut.
Thank
yes.
you.
In Connecticut, West Haven has the longest stretch of homes to be on the water in all of Long Island. That's unbelievable, by the way. You know, West Haven,
Yeah, you would think like Madison and Clinton and those places.
they don't have a long stretch.
They're
on the water.
shorefront, you know?
Yeah, they're very
Shoreline,
small.
yeah.
Which is why it's so expensive in these towns to get a house in the water as opposed to West Haven. Let's use that as a kind of peripheral, if you will. West Haven really has the opportunity to change its whole dynamics of the town. Imagine if on the shoreline they put these huge, gorgeous skyscraper condos or hotels. I mean, it would be unbelievable. Is it Matt? You okay, buddy?
You guys bored?
By the way, these
know.
guys over here aren't prepared for anything. We have no idea what's going to happen
No
today. But they're excited to be here. Dylan especially was very excited to be here today. Daniel is he could come or go. No, I'm just kidding.
This is Daniel's what, 3rd, 4th appearance or
No,
something?
second.
Like that? Second?
Second
Yeah.
time coming on the show. I just want to touch on Fairfield County also, by the way, Eric, because Fairfield County, you would want to know compared to the New Haven and Harford County, actually has more homes for sale in the market every month. So Fairfield County in the month of January had 36 homes for sale. In the month of February, 46. In the month of March, 107. They almost doubled, actually,
Dave, there's 1,500 houses right now available
in New Haven County.
in Fairfield.
In Fairfield, but hold on a second. Put a month to month. Month to month, right? So
Wait,
that can't be right. So in the month of March, 107. The month of April, 213 came on the market. Okay? In the
1,100.
month of May, 621 homes came on the market in the month of May. Now, 621 compared to Harford County with 313 came on the market, compared to New Haven County at 370 homes came on the market in the month of May. Fairfield County doubled the rest of the counties of what came on the market. And it's interesting because they really should have come on the market for the last 2 years, much heavier, but all these New Yorkers moving to Connecticut, and they haven't. And they really missed a huge window. And the big question is Fairfield County just realizing what's going on in the market to bring their house to the market now with the values. Because I can tell you, and you can tell us, we know together that the market is on fire, and it's not going to slow down for several years, in
Well,
my
there's
opinion.
1,151 houses in Fairfield County. Houses
In all of Fairfield County.
in all of Fairfield County, and there are 350 some odd condos. That's an inventory.
That's pretty.
That's an inventory.
But it's not a big. It's a larger inventory than all these other counties, as a matter of fact. So, but big picture is how many towns are actually in Fairfield County? There's probably 30 plus towns in Fairfield County. I'm not sure if Eric can pull that up for us, but the point is, if you use the math, that every town has about 25 to 30 homes in a 0 to gazillion price range. And in Fairfield County, the price is a little higher. So you don't really have properties that are for sale under 300,000, most likely in Fairfield. So, go ahead.
New Haven has currently 852 houses and condos on the market.
New Haven County.
New Haven County. Right.
That's
So
nuts.
Fairfield County has twice as many houses and condos available as New Haven County does.
Which is why the New Haven County values are skyrocketing. Okay, again, you have to understand that we're talking about a county. A county consists of 30 plus towns, if I'm being statistically correct. I know it's more than 30, probably close to 40 towns in New Haven County. If you're out there and you're watching, if you have any specific information you want to share with us, please do so. Instagram, Facebook, we can catch you live, answer your questions, and maybe you can even help us out with statistics out there. The New York buyers are shopping for homes. We have now a lot of people from California that are jumping in the market. Danny, did you know that?
Yeah,
You did know that, right?
yeah.
How do you know that the people from California come in shopping?
Because everyone's getting outbidded by people from California and New York.
Now, how do you know that people are coming from California?
Because
You
you
know
see it on
somebody
you see it on the
personally?
news.
You hear it in the news. You probably hear your father talk about it too, wouldn't you say
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I was gonna say that, but
Dylan.
I think that's the answer he was looking for. I heard Dad talking about it at dinner.
Dylan, let me ask you a question. You see your dad on the phone all the time.
Yes, that would be correct. Yeah.
Would you say to me that you have learned from your dad in conversations on like things that have been happening?
I wouldn't really say so. No. Maybe if
Because I
you.
usually leave the room. I'm
So,
serious.
You
I
walk right
usually-
out?
Yeah, I walk as soon as my phone goes off. Because I don't
Catapulting
want
it.
to. I don't want to burden these guys with me yelling and talking, whatever.
No, that's not fair because Eric.
Eric,
never-
like you yell.
Eric does not yell.
Yes,
Eric.
I
Eric-
yell.
Hold on a
I
second.
raise my voice.
No, what do you mean the price you're talking about over here? No, you got to go higher. Listen, in this market, you have to know how to be aggressive in what's going on. And we try to get you as much information and education as possible. Recently, we closed on some buyers, Eric, that have been younger people who are shopping. And it's interesting to kind of see what the buyer pool has been doing. And we talked about this in our last show, the millennials. What are the different? Do you remember the generations? What they were
Gen
called?
X, you did boomers.
The boomers.
Boomers, Gen X, Gen Y,
Yes,
and what was the other one? Millennials.
millennials. Yeah, good
Yeah.
job, by the way. I appreciate you remembering. And we had a girl recently close who's 21 years old. We're gonna bring her on the show. Her name is Samantha. She is laughing, funny, sweet. She's wicked smart, and we're gonna bring her on the show and talk
You're
about
from Massachusetts.
wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart because I went to school in Mass. Went to school in Springfield, Mass. But yeah, Samantha.
We're gonna get to that. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get to school. We're gonna get to college.
We definitely. I'm gonna let you start the, the whole college thing. Yeah, the college. Should we jump into the college thing, or we should keep up real estate a little bit more?
We should. We're halfway through the show.
We're already halfway through
We've
the
only
show.
talked about real estate, and there's so much college stuff to talk about.
Uh oh.
right. Eric, you go first, buddy.
So Danny just completed his first year of college.
Yes. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We won't mention if he did or did not get into any trouble during that time frame.
Zero trouble. By the
Right.
way.
And Dylan is graduating high school this year and starts his college in August this year.
Dylan, we're gonna be going to school, buddy.
I will be attending Norwich University in Vermont.
Very cool
Yeah,
stuff.
because they've got palm trees there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Brisk
palm
80
trees there.
degree weather.
I love it.
But it looks like a really nice place to play football, which is what he's going to be doing. So
It's not only just playing football; he's gonna be kicking for the football team.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, from what I understand from your dad, is that you had a chance to have your video shown to the coaches. Is that right?
Yep,
Yeah, we
that'd be
submitted some
correct.
film, yep.
Did they have a chance to see him kick it all by any chance?
No,
Not in person.
no.
Uh,
So they made their decision off of film only.
That's impressive. Dylan has quite a foot on him. Maybe one day we see him in the NFL. Maybe playing for the Steelers or the Dolphins. Who knows?
Well,
I wouldn't go
Anything's
that far,
possible.
I think it's going to be the Ravens.
Any
he
team,
would kick for them, believe me.
any team that's willing to take him on a team, we'll start with that. But honestly, truth of the matter is, Dylan's one hell of a kicker. He's been playing football for 4 years at Cheshire High School, and he's got quite a boot on him. What's the longest kick you've made, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just kind of...
Probably in practice, right?
Yeah, in practice. In practice, the longest I've ever made is 45 yards,
Yeah,
which isn't really big if we're talking like NFL.
Well, what's up with high school? How about in game? What was the longest kick you had to make?
They never
enforced-
kicked the field goal.
I never kicked a field goal in game.
No SHIT.
Yeah.
Never.
Really?
Not
I
once.
thought there was a whole bunch of games where the guys won one of the guys.
No, it's based on opportunity and whether or not,
Some
you know,
dynamics.
there's game circumstances that you're
The
like, yeah, it
fact-
doesn't make sense to
So,
go
but
for a
hold
field
on a
goal.
second. He was accepted at school. He's going to start on the team as a kicker.
Hopefully. Yep.
It's pretty amazing stuff. And a 45-yard kick is pretty solid for an 18-year-old young
Well, it's
man.
more than I would have ever made.
Right. I mean, seriously, it's impressive. And I know your father's been coaching you for many years on kicking.
Yep. I have the greatest kicking coach in the world.
There you go.
That's a great, and you know what? And that's pride right there. That's a son who loves his father and knows that his. I remember when you were getting into football and the whole kick thing started, and your dad said to you, "Listen, I'm going to teach you to kick." I remember that, and you guys went to the field a lot. Rain, snow, shine, etc. You guys were out there on the field kicking balls. 'Cause
Yep.
I would hear it from your dad.
Well, he was kicking. I
And
wasn't kicking.
it wasn't by my choice. So
Lean in.
So, with that being said, Dylan, you're excited about your freshman year?
yeah, of course.
Did you get your information about your roommates yet and that kind of stuff, or it hasn't happened yet?
No, I don't think so. I would have to look a little more about
Okay.
that, but I don't think I've got anything about that.
Well, he got he got an iPad, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I
he's
received an
got to register
iPad.
with the school, all this
Yeah.
stuff,
That's pretty cool.
And then the current kicker on the team reached out to him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Welcoming thing.
Yeah, welcome him,
I love
welcome
it.
and sharing some info, whatever.
Camaraderie is important when you're an incoming freshman in school, and especially if you're going to be playing a sports team. It's a lot of pressure emotionally, physically, psychologically, because here you are, you're coming in, you're hoping number one to be liked and appreciated, and somebody who's going to be part of the group, and that is awesome that the guy who's starting on the team, probably a junior or senior, I'm guessing, that called you up and said, "Hey, Dylan, welcome to the team. Good, excited to see you and to meet you and everything else." That's pretty awesome. If you have a son or a daughter that's going out for a college sport and they're an incoming freshman, I hope that they had a chance to either meet the team, be involved with the team, hear from the team, because as a freshman coming in, it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure and a lot of just expectation.
Yeah, you're a little fish in a big pond.
It definitely is.
You really are.
You go from a big fish in a little pond
Yeah.
to a little fish in a big pond.
And with the support of a great school and a great program, they are teaching the kids how to become more versatile in their bringing on new players.
Well, this school is kind of, I guess it's more than half, right? Are like military
Maybe, yeah.
based. So now he won't be doing the military side of it, but he'll be living it based on what I've taught him. I growled in case you couldn't hear that.
By the way, Dylan has recently cut off all of his hair, almost all of it. Dylan had the
Troy Polamalu.
Yeah.
Troy's hair from the Steelers had the same hair, recently cut. I tell you, your haircut looks fantastic. And we're going to work on getting some beautiful curls,
Yeah.
ready for college.
Well, if
It's handsome.
he
not
needs
beautiful.
hair care product information, that's your guy right over there.
We
I
actually
did,
talked.
yeah, he did.
We did a little talking about hair care
Did you?
products.
Mhm.
Yeah, but while you were out on the phone, we kind of went over it. I'm gonna help him out.
Eric, I think you do a good job with your hair.
Yeah. Me and a clipper.
All right, Danny Lemel, a first year finishing his freshman year at the Ling University in Boca Raton, Florida, home of the Sunshine State, and a place where I will tell you, if you have a freshman
Where
coming,
dreams become reality.
oh, I love it. Dreams become reality. If you're out there looking to go to school, I'm going to advocate number one, and your kid likes the warm weather, you should send them to Florida. They definitely have great schools down there, and you're going to pay a lot of money for school no matter what. And if they enjoy warm versus cold, it's a great place to be. I will tell you that Lynn University, if you haven't heard it before, I would definitely look it up. And I would tell you that it's important to look it up because the fact that it's a smaller school that has some great programs in it. They have a flight.
So there's a lot of great majors. Sports management is mine, so they're known for that. Aviation, their business department, I should say, is very good. Cybersecurity, and that security sector is also really well. And not only that, it's starting to pop a little bit with everything that's been going on in the world.
Interesting. By the way, let's go back to Dylan's school for a minute. I just wanna-
We got a tour
Yes.
of the school. What was that, about a month ago?
Yeah, I would say so.
It's about a month
A
ago.
little more, maybe.
They
Yep.
actually have
Really?
a gaming area. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
There's a cybersecurity floor in
Huh.
this one building that they were talking about.
Which
and there's
makes sense.
actually a gaming, like you can get like credits for gaming.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Well, especially since it's a school, it's kind of geared towards military. Is that right?
yeah.
I bet you the majors that are involved in business, cybersecurity. You know the majors that are kind of big over there?
I think most of it's like law enforcement.
Love it.
So maybe like criminal justice or
Maybe law.
most of it, yeah, law, most of the stuff like that.
History,
and cybersecurity
English.
is pretty good, pretty big too.
Well, what are you majoring in, Dylan?
I'm majoring in construction management.
Wow.
There you go. It's
No.
kind of real estate related,
That
no?
is definitely real estate related. We have a realtor on the wings on both sides of us, kind of been living the life of real estate. But Dylan, so going back to construction management, I like that idea, by the way. That's a great field to be in because you know what? We're always building, truthfully, right? And knowing how to manage a project, be a project manager, right? I have a buddy of mine, he's Pat, he's in New York, and he's a project manager. My buddy Joey, project manager in New York. You could be working in the city, lots of places to work with project management, and that opens up a lot of doors. You could be in Florida, you could be all over the country with project management. I like that a lot. Very cool stuff.
Wherever he goes, I won't be far behind, I promise. Sure.
I believe that. I definitely believe that. Maybe he'll be
I'll be
Florida.
riding his coattails.
All right, so these boys are freshmen finished, incoming freshmen in college. We have any questions or any? What do we have over there, Jonathan?
The first question comes from Melanie Miranda and asks, do any of your friends own businesses like their own businesses in school?
Like kids my age?
Yeah.
I know my roommate owns a business, family business in upstate New York, Cappy's Drive-In. And CJ, Donna, and Craig, I'll see you next week.
It's a plug.
Can't
It's a
wait.
huge plug.
And Luke's. Yeah.
Luke's, yeah.
And then my other roommate for this year, Luke, him and his family own a construction management company works in the city, and they live in Long Island.
Pretty
So-
cool stuff. As a matter of fact, speaking of Luke for a moment, Luke is involved. I know he does a lot of car detailing on the side during the summertime as well.
Yeah, he does that, and not only that, like he will travel to you, and
We're not plugging Luke for Connecticut over here, but we're just talking about the
Yeah.
fact that Luke's a hard worker.
very
and
hard worker.
As well as CJ is in school. Anybody else ask any kind of questions at all?
Yeah, we got Pat Pagano asking a question.
What does Pat have to say over there,
My
Pat?
Uncle
Pagano?
Pat,
Do the spring summer house, I don't know, the spring summer houses look the best, is what he said.
Do spring summer houses look the best? Well, I will say to you, and Eric will agree with, depending where they're located, first of all.
You're
make-
assuming I'll agree, but go ahead.
Depending where they're located, I will say to you, anything near the water is always going to look phenomenal, for sure, during spring and summer. But in the spring and summer, when homes are in bloom, no matter where they're located, you want to have some nice mulch down, the grass is cut, fresh. You know, this is what a time where your home on the outside needs to really rise up. And that's where the curb appeal really kind of plays a big role. Because winter, fall, curb appeal can only hold so much with the weather. Fair and reasonable?
Yeah, I think at least from my experiences, when I'm showing a house in the winter,
Yeah.
with snow on the ground and, trees without leaves, etc., there's only so good, that the property is going to look. The house is always going to look the way it's going to look.
Yeah.
I think when you're looking at a house in the winter, it's what's inside
Absolutely.
becomes more the focal
Focus.
point.
Yes.
Yeah, especially and I love when they do this, when the seller has the fireplace running,
Yes.
There's
Yes.
a fireplace going and you walk in and the fireplace is going, get a little warm, and it just gives you that cozy feeling.
It's
That's
I
a
agree.
huge plus.
It's an emotional feeling that when you walk through the door, you expect to feel heat and you feel that warmth and emotionally and physically, as opposed to the summertime where if you have air conditioning and you have the AC cranking, it's a huge difference as to how someone feels when they're coming to your house. Jonathan, another
We have
question?
Valerie asking, how does the Florida market look, Dave?
Valerie.
I can answer this one. West Palm down, you can't touch it unless you get 750 or up. And then from West Palm up on the east side, which I'm located, it's a little bit more reasonable, but your attractions are not as great as they are from West Palm down.
When you say attraction, what does that mean?
So bars,
Ours.
well, not
Wait a minute.
hold on.
You're not
Bars-
old enough to know anything about bars.
no.
Let me see your license. No.
Which one?
Thank God there's no cops on here. Hopefully, certain restaurants, clubs, but I don't think a lot of people are going to clubs as into 25 and up, I should say.
What are you saying? People who are 25 years old don't go to clubs?
Well, there's not a big demand of 20.
I think that what happens is when you're not 25, you don't know what the 25-year-olds are doing.
Right.
I mean, I'll tell you that when you're 25, there's a different club you're looking at than you are.
Well,
when you're-
there's not those types of clubs either. I don't think up in. Give it a PGA.
Keep
This
digging
is-
that hole,
Hold
Danny.
on.
Keep digging that hole.
This is live, so we're just kind of role playing. It's all good. You're doing all right. You're doing
We're
all right.
putting them on the
You're
spot,
on the
that's
spot
all.
right over here. Go ahead. Back to Florida. You were saying
But
market.
the market is nuts down there.
So what's a town that's above West Palm? Like what's the most notable?
Vero Beach is a town.
Is Orlando north of there?
Orlando's north central Florida.
But it's north of West Palm.
Yes.
Vero Beach is south.
No.
No. North of,
It's south,
Southeast.
but it's more in the north. It's going towards the north.
yeah, but it's on the east coast.
Jupiter. It's a very nice place to live.
Great town to live in. Did I just bang my microphone and I screwed up?
Juno Beach. Port St. Lucie.
That's a great town. Vero Beach, Port St. Lucie.
Port St. Lucie is actually becoming a lot more popular because
The Mets
there's
play there.
there's no homes available down south.
And the Mets play there.
The Mets.
No one likes the Mets.
Okay.
That's not
All
true,
right.
and you shouldn't say that because there are a lot of Mets fans out there. They may not be as vocal.
#1 team in baseball.
No, they're not.
Hey, it's not about number one, what position it is, but the number one as far as who they love.
Well,
Danny, just
let's see-
anyway.
Let's see what happens in October. Rick.
Yeah.
I could see a Subway Series getting ready to happen.
It is.
We definitely have to go to the Subway Series if it happens.
No.
Eric.
I'll be busy. I'll be going up to Vermont to watch some football. Vermont and Massachusetts. So
I can sneak down to a Subway Series in New York.
no,
No?
no.
We'll
I
bring
haven't
it to
watched.
you
the-
live.
I haven't watched baseball that much anymore.
That's
so.
true. That's true. All right, going back to any more questions, first of all. All right, so we've had some questions for Pat. We appreciate that. We've had some questions for Val. We had some questions from
Melanie.
Melanie and Miranda. Thank you so much for watching. Melanie Miranda and Marco Miranda. It is a husband and wife duo.
Pillar to post.
Pillar to post, home inspections.
Epic inspectors. Epic.
Phenomenal people to get to know. We've had them on the show a couple of times. Great people to learn from if you haven't already. But going back to the market, so Florida market, do you know much about the
I was going to
market?
ask Danny a question because
ahead.
now that you've, so I'm pretty sure you vacationed in Florida, and I
Sure,
know you have
yeah.
family down in Florida.
Yep.
So you spent some time down in Florida, but now that you've lived there, like literally lived there
Yeah.
for the period that you've lived there, can you see yourself living there?
100%.
I didn't even finish my sentence. Can Can you see yourself living there after college?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what it is when you're in Florida? There's a vibe. There's a emotional presence that you are down there, and you actually feel mentally and physically better. Now, when I say mentally and physically, I mean mentally because it's just the environment of that summertime feel. You know, it's warmer. You kind of feel more relaxed, and then also when it comes to my age specifically, if you have aches and pains,
It's much healthier.
you definitely feel less pain with the warm weather.
Okay.
Personally,
Connecticut, don't take offense. Dave loves Connecticut too.
love Connecticut. A lot of great things, seasons and everything. But from a standpoint of physical and emotional feeling, listen, people don't really vacation to Connecticut unless you're coming from like the West Coast, right? And you come to visit family or you want to go skiing. Actually, if you're going skiing, where are you going to skiing? Where your son is in school, right? If you're a skier, an outdoorsman, this is a great state to be in. You have beautiful,
A great region.
bright
I
region.
mean, the fall, the winter.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And you know this. By the way, speaking about the school, tell me the school you're going to again.
Norwich University.
And is it a smaller school or larger school?
It's a pretty small school.
How many would you say class altogether? Any idea? Like 5,000 roughly altogether.
I think it's something like maybe
2,000
two
students.
something.
Freshmen,
That's it, really?
Nah, it's got to be more than that. Freshmen,
I
sophomore.
don't know. I don't know
I
that.
I,
I bet you
I
Eric
think it was
can
like
pull
two
information.
maybe.
Nah, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. It's got to be more than 2,000. Because Danny goes to school. It's a small school also.
I think I'm at 3,500. It's a small school,
Is it?
big
I thought
city.
it was 5,000.
Maybe 5,000,
I think
but
it's
it's not,
5,000.
it's not a lot.
It's not a lot. You know, what I'm going to say to you about another great thing, by the way, small schools are great places for kids to go to school. And you should definitely consider thinking about what size school you want to be in, not you, but your kids be in, what kind of personalities they have, how much one-on-one attention they're going to have, because the smaller the school, the smaller the classrooms.
3,196.
You were not too far off, Dylan.
Correction, 3,197.
Can you look up Lynn University for me? I'm just curious now as you're doing that.
Sure.
Good job, Eric. Thank you
Try
so
that.
much. So 3197 on Norwich Academy, and
That
that's
means
it.
your class size should be really small, which we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I chose it because
You know-
it's better like that. You know,
I-
I think it fits my learning style better. Small classes, not 300 people in a building just
2,000.
listening. So
Sorry to interrupt you, Dylan.
problem.
2,401 undergrad students at
Wow.
Lynn. Yeah.
So it's
Really?
actually small at Lynn University. You were on
Smaller.
point. You were actually.
Yeah.
Wow. I am zero on information and learning every day something new. That's amazing. Wow. That's unbelievable. You know, what's interesting is when these kids are going to schools and looking for schools, it's important to look at the size of the school. The bigger the school doesn't necessarily mean better because you're going to get a smaller classroom for sure. And the programs they have there are going to be a little bit more one-on-one for sure as well.
So now, Dylan, I know you haven't been up there yet, except for the one visit that we had.
Yes.
But after you're done there, do you think you'll be living in Vermont when all is said and done?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a
I know.
lot of
Let's see how the first year goes before.
yeah.
we
It's
decide
not
that.
not a lot of green area. It is a lot of green area actually.
You know what you
I don't
can
know.
do, Dylan? I'll tell you what you can do. When you hit spring break, you should find out when your spring break is because Danny in spring breaks in Florida might be something to consider come down where he is
Mhm.
and have some fun together. I'm just throwing it out there as an idea.
Probably be a great change of pace from Vermont weather
Will definitely be a
From-
great change of pace.
from all that winter. Yeah.
It would be something that, you know, and we have a Velo Airlines now in New Haven, which has been a phenomenal, in my opinion, a phenomenal situation that opened up. Love the ability to fly down to Florida. So, you know what's great about a Velo? The prices is great, but more importantly, you got one gate. You've got only a couple hundred people coming in. Parking is very reasonable. You fly in, you fly out, easy squeezy. You know, I mean, Bradley, which is down the street, 45 minutes away, is not so bad, but it's a little bit tougher.
That's not down the street.
Well, 45 minutes is down the street for most people, as opposed to, let's say, 20 minutes to New Haven for us, right? Which is convenient. But the fact that the airport's so small,
You can live in Brooklyn, and JFK is still 45 minutes away,
that's a good point.
if not more.
But JFK is like another world. It's like ginormous.
It's a city.
It's a city.
It's absolutely a city.
So, by the way, let's talk about Velo Airlines. Well, we're not getting a plug or getting paid by Velo, but we can definitely talk about it, Velo Airlines, because it's something that is a great airline to consider flying. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, but where do they fly?
They actually fly all over Florida. The Carolina, I think they just picked up
Yeah, Georgia.
Georgia,
And Chicago Midway.
Chicago, and Charlotte. Where's that?
Tennessee also.
Tennessee, yeah. They've actually picked up a lot of routes now, which
Where do they fly to Miami or no?
Yeah,
Miami,
Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale for
is
sure.
West Palm, Orlando,
Sarasota. Great
Uh,
area, by the way, Sarasota.
Tampa. They fly in Tampa.
Yes, just the
I think one of our buddies was
TSP.
Yeah.
Tampa St. Pete.
Yeah. So they've got a lot of places to go, and what's cool about it is, there's not a lot of frills. You're not getting Wi-Fi, which you don't need. You don't need, but the seats are comfortable. The people working the plane are wonderful.
Did you say no Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi, no phones, no. You download your videos, your games, your movies on your iPad, your phone. You watch it on the ride down, and you're good for a 2.5-hour flight, and you can't beat it. You're looking at an average about $100. They have $50 for the flights, let's say 35 to 50. Then you pick the seat. Then you pay for the luggage. Luggage is $40. The seat's another 10, 20, $30, whichever you pick. You're looking at about $100, between 100, let's say, and 150 maximum for a flight on average to a Velo flying to Florida or go to Florida. And if you're bringing a backpack, it's even cheaper. So again, the bag is about $50. Although we are big fans of JetBlue, do we like to go to out of Bradley? We like those airlines as well too. But anyway, that's a whole other story. So anyway, going back to these boys over here, they came on the show, which we're so happy to have them. Dylan, who you've been on the show once before when we did the football thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And we had Danny on the show once before, so this is both your second time on the show. We're going to have to follow up with these guys, especially Dylan after his first year in college, Danny after his second year in college, see where they are in their lives. Have they stayed with the same majors? Have they made any changes in their lives? It's going to be very interesting to see as a student, as an individual, where you are emotionally, and hopefully you guys do really well in school. No matter what, you want to make sure you do well in school because you know what? Otherwise, it's very expensive for nothing. And make sure you're picking out some good majors to be involved in because you don't want to come to college.
So what did you major in when you went?
I actually started with business. I could not pass accounting. I just couldn't do it. And
I passed my accounting class.
thank God he passed the accounting class. I couldn't do accounting. But I ended up switching major to psychology, which, in my opinion, today, I don't care what your major is, you should be taking psychology in every aspect of every major you take because you're dealing with people. Unless you're living in a box and you're not talking to people, I think psychology should be something that is every taking.
I don't think veterinarians need to study psychology.
Well, that's a good point. A veterinarian might need to
Animal
study
psychology.
animal psychology of animals. Absolutely. This is a pretty good show. A lot of fun, kind of, on our winging it last minute. Guys, anything you want to share about your, selves?
No.
No, I can't see
I'm-
them having.
I'm good.
I'm going to share something very important that both of them want to share. They're both single,
Yep.
and they're both interested in finding a nice young lady to share the summer with, at least. And if you're
We
on,
can take turns.
you're on Tinder. You're on Tinder, right?
Yeah.
You're on Tinder. Dylan's going to join Tinder because Danny's going to help him out. And if you're on Tinder and looking for somebody between 18 and 21, they might fill that category. Or if you're not on Tinder and you're on social media, whether they're on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, I think you definitely should make sure you look them up and give them a shout. Looking for a good time. These boys are here.
Jonathan's over there going, no.
These guys.
Makes me dizzy whipping his head around.
You can't Google people, you can't look up specific people on Tinder, Dave.
No,
But
you
you can
can't.
definitely see their profile, right?
Yeah, you just keep swiping until you come across them.
There you go. Swipe right. Boom. I'm learning about Tinder from my son, watching him swiping left and right. And, anyway, that being said, as a parent who's, as parents, as fathers, who are super proud of our boys and very excited for their futures, we are thankful for you guys watching us here this Tuesday night on the PowerCast. Eric and Dave, live on the PowerCast every Tuesday. Please stay tuned every week. Next week, we'll have some more exciting information to share with
Do
you.
we have a guest next week or what?
We may have a guest next week, but I cannot give it out exactly because it's not confirmed yet.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the only catch. But that being said, please stay tuned. Watch us on all your social media channels. Please reach out to us. Again, if you have any questions, always reach out to us. And Eric, why don't
Real
you...
estate questions.
Well, let's talk about Eric. Let's shout out your phone number. In case you're looking to buy or sell a house, Eric Vazquez, everybody from Team Powerhouse. who is on the show every week, dedicated, who loves you and wants to work for you. Eric Vazquez, please, what's the phone number for you to reach out to you?
203-707-9077.
All right, guys, we're going to go to our famous wheel for a free tumbler. Let's see who the winner is going to be this week. Dum, bum, bum, bum.
Donna, I know you're watching this, so when you see this, I just want to let you know I miss your cooking and I can't wait to feast at your house.
All right, the winner of the tumbler is
Kelly K317.
Kelly K317. Would that be on Instagram? Would that be on TikTok?
Instagram, I believe.
Okay, Kelly, we would love to see and hear from you because we want to get you a tumbler. We're excited for you, and thank you so much for watching the show. Everybody, every week we love being here for you. Hopefully you share our shows with your friends and family. Continue to watch us live, and we cannot wait to see you next week. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great week. And, oh, one more thing. I just want to touch one more thing. If we're still live, we're still live. I want to say Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. I want to thank Eric for his service. Thank you for Eric Vazquez for his service as a Marine who served our country. And all of you who served our country, we salute you and we appreciate you. You are what makes our country a special place. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a good night.